I'm not going to try to do the mental math right now. Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Haley. I am a rising freshman at Clemson University, and I will be majoring in pre-business for the fall of 2019. Before we get started in the video, I just want to share with you a few quick reminders. One, if you are new to my channel, my summer uploading schedule is on Sundays and Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so go ahead and mark your calendars because at that time you will find new videos right here on this channel, as well as I am going to be doing for the next 2 weeks have high school related back to school videos. So if you are a high schooler or a rising high schooler, make sure to be checking out my channel, especially for the next 2 weeks, because this content will be geared towards you. The next reminder is that around August 1st, I'm going to be sharing my college related content, what you should do for college tours, the college application process, all the college related stuff. Be excited because that's coming around at the beginning of August. So I just want to kind of give you guys that overview. And lastly, these videos for the next 2 weeks all were pre-recorded back in June, right after I had graduated. So I'll be wearing a different top. The setup will be totally different. My hair. I want to give you guys those quick little reminders. Once again, if you are new, to make sure to subscribe down below, hit the bell, and check me out on my social medias. Without further ado, I'm just going to be showing you guys, especially if you're incoming freshmen, my high school advice for you. Dear high school freshmen, 3 quick things that kind of will address you as you make this transition in from middle school to high school, wherever you're going. I feel like these tips were things that I learned during my freshman year and even throughout the other years that would be beneficial if I were a freshman again in high school. So the first one being learn study skills. It is so important and so imperative that you take this year. You might not realize it, but it's probably going to be your lightest academic year. It is. You don't realize it until you go into the other years. And I wish I had taken that time to really figure out how I learned best and how to study, so then I could use those skills in like sophomore, junior, and senior year. But for freshman year, my first just tip thing you need to know, advice, is learn how you study. Learn those study skills, especially if you're taking like honors and advanced placement courses your freshman year, like I did. You definitely want to take that opportunity, even though it is more rigorous than maybe what you were used to in middle school, to take that opportunity to still kind of like slow down and learn, okay, I have this college level textbook. How do I learn how to like comprehend and read this information to spit it out in a day or two later on a assessment, on a quiz? So learn how you learn. Are you a visual learner, auditory? There's like a whole bunch of resources on like YouTube and Google you can go to learn how you learn and how to use resources to help you after you figure out how you learn, how to like translate that into different subjects. And so I'd highly recommend that you figure out how you learn and use that freshman year. So first thing, learn how you learn how you study, and then use that for each subject. You're going to have to modify it. You're going to have to critique it and change it per each subject. But that is my very first tip. Learn how you learn study skills, and use them. Next, everyone wants to make friends. And so everyone's just looking to meet a new face. It could be as simple as you're in a class with somebody and you just strike up a simple conversation, you know, ask them, I don't know, like if you're going to a school where there's multiple different middle schools, what middle school did you go to? Like you literally can just come up with the most simple conversation starters. Doesn't have to be even a big thing where you like stand up in front of the class and like ask everybody. Like you literally can just go to the person right next to you or somebody who seems like friendly and nice and just walk up to them before class or after class and just like start talking to them. Even at lunch, you can do the same thing. Lunch might be for some people who are more like introverted, like myself, might be a little more like frightening, but like if you're in like a smaller group setting, it's very simple just to kind of start that conversation off with people and kind of express how you want to just, you don't have to make it like, hey, do you want to be my friend? Like just literally just get to know them and a friendship can develop. So it's simple as that. Just strike up a conversation. Everyone's nervous. Everybody wants to make friends. That's all I'm saying. Lastly, for my high school freshman to be, join clubs. I did not realize how important and imperative this simple thing is. And if you start freshman year, again, like with the whole learn how you learn how you study, it is so key, like for all 4 years. Like if you join a club your freshman year, and let's say that you have an interest in it, and you're like, I don't really understand this club, so I'm not going to become an officer. Come your sophomore year, you might like run for an officer position if you still like the club. And then come your junior year, you might be like in like the top executive board if you're running for an officer again. And then your senior year, who knows, you could be like the president, vice president, treasurer, secretary, like somebody who's in the very elite, like running the club. So imagine if you started joining that club like your sophomore year, junior year, like you wouldn't have as many years of experience really in the club itself. So join your freshman year, just go to interest meetings. You don't have to like commit to anything. You can just sign your name at like different club fairs. I remember our school had that each year in the fall, where they had all these tables where students could just kind of go around, talk to other students who are part of these clubs, and get to kind of know what the club is and kind of understand further what the club really has to offer and if it really aligns with their interests. And then after that, if you really like it still, you can join. Worst comes to worst, you don't love the club, and then you just don't join again sophomore year. Like, just join clubs. Like, just do it. Just trust me. Just join clubs. It will benefit you in the end. And colleges, I'm not saying join it just for colleges or like higher education or for jobs or whatever, but they do look at that kind of thing. They look at you being a member as well as your like involvement like in leadership positions and stuff like that. So I would highly, highly, highly suggest freshmen to be in high school. Really anybody, but definitely if you can start on it, hop on that bandwagon your freshman year. Yes, that's the way to go. So make sure that you are joining clubs. Figure out, again, like I would suggest taking this time this summer, figure out what you're passionate about, your hobbies, things you're interested in. So then when you find out like, oh, they have like an outdoor rope climbing club, I don't know, like, and you know you like being like in the environment outdoors, you can join that club and maybe you can find some kind of common interest. And it also, back to the other tip, you're going to find people with a commonality with you. So it'll be an easy way to make friends, and it kind of like obligates you to be like at the meetings and stuff, and all these people are gonna be here, so it's like a natural like get together. I just feel like it's almost like a 2-for-1. Like, you're making friends because you're joining clubs, and you're more likely to want to become friends because you have that commonality, shared interest in that particular club. So join clubs, helps you make friends. So I hope that information that I just shared with you was super duper helpful. If you're incoming high school freshman, once again, you are going to do awesome. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a year of change and transition, but it's going to be awesome and great. Always feel free to comment down below or DM me on my Instagram if you have any questions or any advice. Always open, always feel free to do that. Again, check me out on social media listed here. Subscribe down below, hit the bell, and until next time, I will catch you guys on the flip side. Bye guys.